I tried this mind-blowing healing experience at a wellness space where I got a Soul Alchemy massage and napped in a healing pod. The massage was so magnificent, I had an out-of-body experience. After the massage, I went into what looked like a time travel machine pod where I got to nap for a full hour, receiving sound therapy, light therapy, and healing frequencies. You are absolutely going to miss out if you don't try this experience. They call this healing technology a harmonic egg. In this video, I'm going to interview two magical ladies that own this wellness space and share my personal experience of the Soul Alchemy massage. Plus, we're going to learn more about the harmonic egg and dive deep into the healing technologies. I introduce you to Laura and Erin. Can you guys tell me about your healing space and what kind of services you guys offer?
The space was created completely with love. It was literally built with love. And so we've created a space and an energy that we hope everybody feels welcomed into. We offer lots of different things. We offer the harmonic egg. We offer massage, lots of different massages. Laura, if you would like to.
Soul Alchemy massage is my passion, where I blend singing bowls and tuning forks and crystal gritting on the body with music and massage all together. I also do lymphatic and cupping.
Yeah. And then once a month we have a sound healing event, a soundscape journey, and we clear out all the furniture in this space. This is our healing room. This is where Laura does massage and we do all of our sound experiences in here. We also have a sister that'll visit occasionally. It's a trans-channeling medium, and she'll come and we'll hold events in this room as well. We also like to tap dance in here, but that's a whole story. Yeah. So this is where we do pretty much everything else
But the egg.
But the egg, because the egg is so massive it needs its own special room.
Here, I asked Laura about her special abilities to channel downloads and messages through mediumship and channeling when she does massages, which is fascinating.
I was a little hesitant to step into that because I sometimes get analytical. Mm-hmm. And even though I'm a very somatic feeling person, and I know a lot of my clients know that I do other things besides just massaging. And it took me like experimenting because I've never experienced anything like it myself, but I would just get these downloads and a client would be on the table and I would see ancient beings stepping in, and it wasn't even you do this and you do this, like a step-by-step guide. It was just a download, and the next thing I know, I'm crystal gritting the body and I'm doing tuning forks, and it's such a individual case-by-case, like by client, that it's never going to be the same experience with the same client either. But over the last year and a half, I'm like, I own this. This is something I do, and I heal as well and grow and expand into my purpose. And yeah, and there's just this beautiful energy exchange that happens.
So you do massage, and you do this, what was it called again? The
Soul Alchemy massage is what I call it, which again, I analytically struggled with. I don't even know what to call this because I don't know how to explain exactly what it is or what I do. I just know that there's a flow. I will explain that I will use tuning forks and singing bowls, sometimes crystals, sometimes not. It just depends on what is energetically happening on the table. My hands will light up or get what's called a therapeutic pulse. And so that's where I know where to go. And then I just follow my intuition and all the ancestors that I can just feel them coming in. The room gets heated up. But sound and music and frequency is a big part of this too.
Can you show me how your massage table is set up?
Yeah. So I'm a big believer in heat on the table. Like with massage, we want to get the fascia. I'm really big into fascia and myofascial release as well. So there is it's the biomat. So this is amethyst, and so that is underneath as well.
Amethyst and jade.
And jade.
Tourmaline.
Oh yeah. The circles there. So it heats up, and I also like cushy, cozy. So yeah, you'll be on a biomat as well. And yeah, just do a general intake and ask if it's just for massage with like, I specialize in lymphatic and do cupping and integrative. So like I do stretching and sports massage and Thai yoga. I like do it all, but you know, it's someone says, well, what should I book? And I'm like, what are you needing? Where do I need to meet you? What's going on with you? What's going on emotionally, spiritually, physically? Because it's all connected. So if there's something going on emotionally, you might feel it in your body. If there's something going on physically, it will affect like how your daily, you know, you operate emotionally in the daily life. So I want everyone to feel connected to all of them themselves when they are on the table.
Today, I'm lucky enough to personally experience a soul alchemy massage with Laura. Come with me for the next few minutes to see what it's like to receive the most therapeutic massage using singing bowls, cupping, tuning forks, and crystal gritting. So the massage was very healing. I felt a lot of heat and cold, and also you did get rid of my pain. I had a lot of physical pain, like right here, my jaw, and just down. And then even though you were brushing lightly, like I can feel the energy moving.
It's almost like these like sparks that kind of fly out of my fingers is what I see.
Yeah.
And the just hands lighting up.
Yeah.
Along with, it's like almost a lit path for me.
And then there were certain parts where the back part right here was very ice cold, but then when you went down to my lower back here, it got really hot. So it was like a lot of like very cold, very
duality?
hot. Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's freezing cold. And it was like super warm, but I can tell there was a lot of energy work that was happening when you were massaging me. And you didn't really have to like press hard on the massage. I can tell like it was moving and you were doing something. And then especially when you did I think you did the tuning fork.
Uh-huh.
I can tell how block it was because when you like tapped it on me, it just got stuck. I didn't feel vibration. But then towards the very, very end of the massage, as you came up and a lot of the stuck energy moved away, I started feeling the vibration.
Okay.
Yeah, I started to feel it. So once I started to feel it, I was like, okay, she's like unblocked a lot of stuff.
It's interesting you mentioned that because that is what it often feels like. It's like we're just breaking a lot of things up that is ready to go, because I will never force anything to move. It's about working with your own body's wisdom, your own higher self to work with me and say, yeah, we're good here. Yeah. And the most important thing is for you just to feel safe, that, you know, like nothing, because there can be an emotional release on the table too, but it's important that a client feels comfortable releasing like that on the table too. Yeah. Because that can be very vulnerable for some people, especially if I'm up in heart center. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this? Because I felt it like you went here, but there was something going on here in my belly.
What I was feeling is a lot of duality. It really was about polarity. Okay. And if I went down to your stomach specifically, it was very much feeling even like reproductive, and which is why I kept like it was all in my body. It's like I gotta like I want to like get the hips moving and release that, because everything else would flow out this way through your heart chakra. Okay. So it just kept feeling like it was. Yeah.
I thought you were like wobbling me or pushing me, like shaking things off.
Or like and I feel it in my body. So like, I mean, there's times where I'm like dancing too. Okay. So like, I don't even know what time it is or how long we were in, but this is the energy. It felt like a more masculine energy, I would say, whether male or female, but very, very nurturing emotionally. And I know it was not our father.
No, but I felt what you were feeling too, and I think we felt it at the same time, because there was a time at one point we both looked at each other and we were like,
I heard,
and I'm just like, because no one has ever witnessed me do this, you know, and so just you being in the room witnessing. And usually that lights off. I mean, it's a little more, you know, it might feel a little bit different too, you know, because lighting and everything can shift even your perception.
So when he came in, did he have a message, or he was just there to support? And
there was a lot about opening up to having more fun and being creative.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's almost like hey, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to play. It's okay to not be so rigid and serious. Okay. Which is one of the reasons why I felt very, very like drawn to here with solar plexus. Like it's like, okay. And really for me, when I'm working, it feels like that is always, at least from the anterior, because I know we're like 3-dimensional, like it's, you know, anterior, posterior, but even like to the sides of you, and like this scales out beyond, like, you know, as far as the eye can see and beyond. So it just felt like it's safe to connect to your childhood and your inner child, and you don't have to be perfect.
Okay.
Like,
That's a good message because I am a Virgo and more project manager. And I
there's
like
so much Virgo stuff coming up
There's
lately.
a lot of organization, prepping, planning, and so the energy that you guys brought today at this wellness space was like fun. So then when I came in, I was like, I think we should just play, right?
Right, which is like,
I was
really?
like, yeah, I was like, play. And so I was just going with the flow because normally my energy is like set.
Yeah.
Like I have a list of questions. I want to do it this way, but then when I came in here, it was playful, and I was like, I think I need to play.
Well, and that just goes to show that there's also a relationship and energy exchange too, and that your intuition, it's not that we each have our own experience, but when we come together, there's a different energy. It's another,
We co-create.
right? The co-creation of that. So, but yeah, I'm not sure who that was or the relationship to you, but it was a very loving presence and just a reminder, and we always kind of get the cliche, like, we're all one, it's all connected, but when I'm doing this and I'm just feeling in such a gratitude vortex of like, I could do this forever.
Yeah.
Like
I felt it. It flowed the entire time, and I was just like, oh, I don't want this to end.
I'm so glad that you could feel that.
I can feel it, and as you were working, I can feel you breaking the blockage. Like I can feel my left arm getting lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
So you're amazing. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful to have met both of you guys. Like I was like, yeah, I'm getting the best healers.
Thank you so much.
So, yeah. Again. Now I'm gonna go experience the harmonic egg.
All right, let's go. Oh, we're going already.
Yeah.
Should we prancer size?
Of course. We do this everywhere. It's an inside joke. Okay. So this is the harmonic egg. She is 7 foot by 11 foot. She's completely made out of wood. She was brought here in about 6 different pieces and put together in the room. The newer eggs that they are producing now come in more of a modular setup. The outside of those ones are made out of PVC, and the inside of them are walnut. My egg is completely made out of wood. And so her name is Jackie. Jackie was named after my heart dog, who I only had for a very short period of time, but she was used for breeding. She was a Jack Russell Terrier, and she came with the name Jackie. And unfortunately, Jackie was hit by a car. However, Jackie was very healing for me, and she communicated with me very well, and she still, I believe, helps me heal people now. And so because she was such a healing essence for me, I thought naming the egg Jackie would be very appropriate because Jackie is very healing for lots of people.
Can you tell me how this technology works?
So the technology is actually very simplistic, but it is very impactful. So because of the shape of the egg, it acts kind of like, I always tell people, it's almost like you're in a guitar. Mm-hmm. There are 2 speakers on each end of the egg, and then a subwoofer underneath the seat. Mm-hmm. And we have a series, I think we have 58 different settings now, don't quote me on that, because we constantly are adding new settings and taking settings off so that we don't have stagnant energy.
Okay.
But what it does is we have a lovely amp over here, and that controls all the things. We have our playlist, and I pick music based on your needs.
Okay.
And then we have colored lights in the egg.
Okay.
And we have all these options of colored lights, and we pick what color would benefit you most. The most beneficial color always goes on the bottom, and then the other secondary color goes on the top.
How do you know which color to pick for a client when they come in?
So that is based on what they tell me. There's an intake form.
Okay.
When they first come in. It talks about physical, mental, and spiritual things.
Okay.
And then once they fill out the form, we come in here, we sit down, and I process them in. That consists, Sometimes it can be a 10-minute process and sometimes it can be, I've been here with people where
4
they've
hours.
had to reschedule an egg session because we've processed for 4 hours.
Wow.
So we pick the color of the lights. So the colors all have frequencies to them. Reds have the lowest frequency. And then, of course, purple and yellow and white, they have higher frequencies. Green is more of a neutral color.
Okay.
So based on what it is we need to deliver to you is kind of based on the color you get. Virus loads and things like that you tend to need more yellows and oranges and reds. More emotional stuff, we tend to go with more like purple and blue and green because those are more relaxing for stress relief and anxiety. We also use that for like autism, ADHD. And then physically, if you have like muscle tension, we usually use blues. Those usually help relax the muscles.
Inflammation.
Oh yeah, inflammation.
That I might bring.
Yeah, arthritis and inflammation.
Like neck pain, migraines, shoulder pains. Okay.
All of those things, yes.
Okay.
Laura's over there going, inflammation. So I have a lot of clients that come for like arthritis and inflammation in the body. So on those particular clients, usually the first time, well not usually, always the first time when somebody comes, we always have to reset your autonomic nervous system. And when we do that, we always use a series of green, purple, and blue as lights. But then if they come in for a series, then we usually go to red because that helps break up energy in the body.
Okay. How do you recommend, or what do you recommend for someone that comes in with a lot of physical inflammation or pain in their body? They come in, they have a lot of back pain, neck pain, or migraines. How often do you recommend, or is it case by case?
It's usually case by case. I'm never going to be somebody that says, oh, you have to come see me every week.
Yeah.
You're going to know.
Okay.
Usually the first time after you've had an egg session, you're going to feel a difference. You're going to notice a difference. After a couple of days, you'll probably still even notice more of a difference because there is an integration period. I would say if you have something really stuck and really bothering you, coming probably every other week for a short stint, like maybe somewhere around 5 or 6 times to kind of get your body where it needs to be. And then come and do maintenance once a month or every other month.
Okay.
But really, I tell everybody, you're going to know when you need to come. Use your intuition. I've had a couple of baseball players come with injuries, and they were coming every other week, and then they decided they need to come once a week. And then they came for maintenance until now they're off in other countries right now.
Do you get clients that come from other places? Because this Harmonic Egg is the only one located in Kansas City.
Correct. I'm the only egg in Kansas City. So the hope is to get multiple eggs to grow to that extent, maybe put a couple of different spot locations. But we do have people, because this is the only egg in Kansas City, it's also the only egg closest to some locations in like Nebraska and Iowa. The closest location to us right now is in Wichita. And then to the east is St. Louis. There is an egg in Nebraska, but it is further west. So it's like 5 or 6 hours from us. And then Denver is the closest one west. So yeah, I'm right smack in the middle.
right in Kansas City.
Right, exactly.
West. How do you see the Harmonic Egg bridging the gap between spirituality and science?
I just got chills.
Me too. That's a good one.
Bridging the gap is a very significant thing for us.
Yes. So I have had clients in the past who have come because their wife makes them, or they're like, when I started, I had some people come out of the kindness of their heart just because I was trying to get some experience and share it with people. From a scientific standpoint, this is very scientific. You're using music and frequency. Well, music is frequency, but you're using frequency and tones of music, different instruments that affect different parts of the body to help physically heal. But we're all made up of energy. So when we're able to release some of that energy, it also helps to heal our body. I have people who come who are not spiritual in any way. And sometimes they'll come, and after being in here for several sessions to get physical relief, they start coming just because it feels good. And then the next thing you know, they're talking about their spiritual experiences in the egg and them connecting to past, loved ones or ancestors. And, eventually they start kind of expanding and evolving. Oh. So I feel like science and spirituality really kind of meet in the middle here. It merges everything. Yeah. I've also had people who are extremely religious come and would not consider themselves to be woo-woo. And they've come and they've been like, I feel so connected to God and angels. And so I think the egg meets everybody where they need to be met when they come, and only helps to open and expand people's thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Oh. I actually would like to share a story about a client who would bring her mother, and she still brings her mother, but with weather, she hasn't been here for a little while. Her mother is 92 years old. She has Parkinson's, and she is nonverbal. She has very stiff joints due to the progression of the disease. And when her daughter called me, she was telling me all these things. And I said, well, I'm sure that we can help relieve some pain, but I don't know if she's so far progressed. I'm not sure how much she's going to get from the egg. And she had a broken hip, and I'm like, she's kind of wheelchair bound. And I'm like, I'm willing to try if you want to do it. And so she came, and we chairlifted her into the egg and got her all situated and everything. Well, after the first 2 sessions, her daughter called me, and she was crying, and I was like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? And she said, I woke her up this morning, and I said, I love you, Mama. And she said, I love you too. She said, I haven't heard her speak in almost 2 months. And so she was coming every week, and every week she would talk a little bit more and a little bit more. And you could see even when she would come in, things would be joint and stuff. And like, she wouldn't emote very well with her face. I mean, she can turn and acknowledge, right? But she doesn't speak. But she would get in the egg, and even after getting in the egg, coming out, her facial expressions would be, what's the word?
Like relaxed.
She would be able to emote her face better and emote how she feels better. And she communicates a lot with squeezing hands. And so her daughter was telling me, she was like, she only perks up when I tell her we're going to his egg day. So that is one thing, physically speaking, something that you can see, and it's not anybody making, she's not making her come. She'll ask her, do you want to go? Yeah. The Parkinson's is very far progressed. But even still, those little glimpses and pieces of being able to interact with her and hear her speak again are just, her daughter's like, that's worth every penny. Oh. So those kind of stories and things are absolutely amazing to me. And sometimes I can't believe, really, that happened? Yeah. But
awesome. Okay, can you show me how the harmonic egg works?
Absolutely. So you're going to step on in.
Okay.
Up on the platform and take a seat in the chair. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get you nice and cozy and comfy. I always like to tuck everybody in and make them feel nice and relaxed and cozy. So we've got these little pillows here we'll put next to you. Everybody gets a blanket too, and I have a foot blanket if your feet get cold. So okay. Okay. So then we're going to. So I do have a doorbell on the side of the chair. So if you need anything or out for any reason, you can hit the doorbell. Okay. And I'll come get you right away. Okay. So you'd have 40 minutes of music and then 10 minutes of silence, and then I would come back in and get you. We're going to recline you to 0 gravity. And if it's too far back, let me know. Sometimes people feel like they're up on their head. So next we're going to set intention, and then we'll start your session. And there's combination of basically 16 times 16. There's color combinations of all that.
1 hour later. Okay, well, that experience was amazing. I feel totally relaxed and energized at the same time. That was fun. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for expanding with us.
Okay.
Bye. I'll see you later.
Bye. Thank you. I'll be booking more services from you guys soon.